Assalamu alaikum. Dear learners, I hope you are fine and doing great. In this series of videos, I am going to explain several advanced instructions that are available for use with SLC processors from Allen Bradley. Almost all of the instructions that I am going to discuss may be used with Micrologix and SLC processors with the exception of few. So let's start right away. Up till now, we have seen several ladder diagrams, but all of them were made up of simple instructions only. There is the normally open context or examine if closed instruction, normally closed contexts or examine if open instructions, and output coils. Though we can implement and handle several situations using these simple instructions, but using advanced instructions can not only allow us to program complex situations, but can also ease our programming efforts. Therefore, I am going to describe several instructions that are available in the instruction set of Micrologix and SLC processors from Allen Bradley in this and following videos. Please note that these instructions are available in almost all PLCs from different manufacturers. However, they may have a bit different name or structure. I would be talking about instruction set of Micrologix and SLC processors from Allen Bradley only. So, for the purpose of segregation, I have divided this whole topic into 4 different videos. Part A will discuss 3 instructions called Latch output, Unlatch output, and OSR, whereas Part B will discuss in detail timers and counters. Part C will talk about several comparison instructions, and lastly Part D will describe several mathematical instructions that may be used for programming Allen Bradley SLC and Micrologix PLCs. Every video will first explain the general working and structure of the instructions, and then will implement these instructions in the simulated PLC to reinforce its working. So let's start with the first part. Primarily, there are 3 different kinds of output coils available to us. However, we have seen only one kind that turns on if the run conditions are true and turn off if the run conditions are false. Moreover, we have seen how we can programmatically latch the output so that if the run conditions go false, the output should remain on. Well, now you don't have to programmatically latch any output because the other types of output coils, which I am going to discuss, will do the latching for you. The output latch or OTL instruction will latch the addressed output when the run conditions become true. Now, even if the run conditions go false, the output will remain energized. So, to de-energize the output, the other output instruction called unlatch output or OTU must be used. This instruction will unlatch or de-energize the output when its run conditions becomes true. Instructions that maintain their states are called retentive instructions. Therefore, OTL and OTU are retentive instructions as they doesn't change their state even if the run conditions have gone false. The next instruction I'll talk about is called one-shot rising or for short OSR. This instruction will become true for one scan cycle only if conditions preceding it becomes true. After one scan cycle, this instruction will not become true even if the preceding conditions are still true. However, it will become true once again if the preceding instructions have gone false and then become true again. In simple words, this instruction will become true whenever it will detect a rising edge pulse or a transition from false to true. To better understand the working of these instructions, let us move to the simulator and program a PLC using these operations and see what happens. If you don't have the simulator, you may want to watch the reference videos first to get your copy of the simulator for free and install it in your computer so that you can also use the simulator to test the described instructions. Okay, so over here is the simple ladder diagram which I have made to show the working of the elements which I have just described. You can see over here that this start switch, which is addressed as I:0/0, if turned on, will turn on this output. Now this output is not a simple output, it is in fact a latch output. You can insert this symbol by going over here, and you can see that right beside this output symbol there is a latch output symbol. So if you'll click this thing, it will insert this latch output over here. Similarly, in the second rung, you can see that a stop switch is used to stop the motor that has been latched by the output in the first rung. So to unlatch this output, we need to use an unlatch output. And this symbol can be found right over here besides this latching output. You can see that over here there is an output unlatch coil. So using this symbol, you can insert this unlatching output coil. One thing to note over here is that both of these coils have the same address. That is, this coil is latching the output 0:0 and this output is unlatching the coil 0:0. So if the conditions of this rung become true, this output coil will latch the output 0/0, whereas if the conditions of this rung become true, this coil will unlatch the output 0/0. Moving on to check the working of an OSR or the one-shot rising element, I have used a simple OSR check switch over here, which if turned true, the OSR will turn true only for one scan, and we will see that this output will become true for one scan only. And as soon as the scan ends, the OSR will become false again, and then this output will become false once again, even though this switch will be giving a true value. So to check this functionality, let me run this code and see what happens. So now my PLC is running. So if I toggle this switch, let's suppose like this, then you can see that this output is on. This output is also showing on because both of these instructions are addressing the same output. So now if I turn off this start switch, that is toggle it back towards 0, the output will still remain on because it has latched. Now to unlatch it, I need to make the conditions of this rung true. So if I toggle this bit, now the conditions of this rung have become true and the output has been unlatched, and you can see that the output has gone off. And now to check the functionality of OSR instruction, let me toggle this switch on, and you can see that this output briefly turned on, that is for one scan only, and then turned back off again. Now even if this input is true, the output is not true. So now when this switch will go off, and now when it will come on once again, you will see that the output will turn on once again for a very brief time, that is for one scan cycle. So I hope that you have understood that how you can use the latching output, the unlatching output, and the OSR instruction. I have inserted this program into Micrologix 1000 PLC. However, these instructions are valid for other higher Micrologix PLCs and SLC PLCs as well. So this was everything for this short video, and I hope that you have understood the working of these instructions. So do watch the next video in which I am going to explain the timers and counters. So that's all for this video. Thank you and take care.